Hopkins in white and blue, Ohio State in the scarlet and gray. And we are underway with some Big Ten lacrosse on ESPN. And it's Hopkins who gets the first possession. So we get our first look at this new look Hopkins offense under first-year head coach Peter Milliman, who said he's going to change up 5 starts in a Buckeyes uniform over the last 3 seasons. This is Grant Mitchell, beats a man, has a step, and blows it by his former teammate Josh Curson. Grant Mitchell opens the scoring for the Buckeyes.
Remember the name, Jay, and college lacrosse. Mitchell is a horse. He loves to play with contact. He's a big body guy, over 200.
15 seconds left on the shot clock. Joey Epstein trying to make something happen.
That's the look you want if you're the Blue Jays. When Epstein has a short stick on him, he's accustomed to being harassed by a long pole. They are going to slide early, and there is Connor Desimone operating from behind the cage, Jay.
The senior who moved from midfield to attack, and he cashes in as the shot clock was winding down.
Yeah, the shot clock's winding down. It's go now. And you see we solved the trick against Myers because of his long wingspan. He's got vision, too.
Ohio State head coach talking about Myers said he actually reminds him of a Hopkins player, Shaq Stanwyck, and I see the similarities there.
Even longer, and I think he has the ability to get to the cage even better.
Ohio State fires back in front, and guess who? Tre Leclaire didn't take long to notch his first goal of the season.
Big body, sharp shooter, comes into this contest with 135 career goals. When you break the century mark, you've done some serious business as a college. A chance at stopping Tre Leclaire when he has that kind of angle staring him down.
Mitchell with speed. He just gets past everybody, got the hands free, but could not finish.
I like the versatility from Mitchell. His first goal of the game, you saw him go down that right alley. This time he splits the defender, gets to the middle of the field. He shows you his right hand, his left hand. He's a two-way, big-time midfielder.
Now you want to talk about versatility. Ryan Terefenko has been taking the face-offs today, stays on the first line at Ohio State. 3 possessions, 3 shots, 3 goals. Buckeyes off to a hot start early.
The Buckeyes mean business. Griffin Hughes cutting down the middle of the defense, but they're in a zone. Ohio State's in a zone, so ball movement reigns supreme on this possession right now.
Another great save. Skylar Whalen read it the whole way. That's his 3rd in this first quarter. Buckeyes love to run, and they cash in transition. A flamethrower at Ohio State with 4 goals early in this game. That one coming from Omari DeBerry.
Yeah, DeBerry is back in Baltimore. Played down the road at Calvert Hall High School. But what a save by Whalen. This is where the Buckeyes have the advantage, at the midfield.
What we've had to do, and it's all trying to manage the conditions. And right now, to start on the road, they've managed it pretty well. A 4-1 lead, and this offense has looked really good early. Terefenko stayed out with that first line midfield, darts in and scores! Ryan Terefenko, the 3-time All-American, usually on the defensive end, cashes in on the offensive end.
Look at the space that Ryan Terefenko creates, and what I was telling you earlier, the advantage here for
Buckeyes offense, 5 goals, 5 different scores, a really balanced team. It really looks like one team just still trying to figure it out and one team that's in midseason form. And there's another right on cue. Grant Mitchell unleashes a cannon to beat Josh Curson.
Look, Jay, this is all you need to know about Grant Mitchell. His first goal was down the alley with the right hand. This time he splits to the middle of the field.
Just a shot for Johns Hopkins in this game. That needs to change.
Yes, and I think for Epstein, coming off of 2020 when he was hurt, he needs to feel some confidence early in this season and get him back to form in 2019 where he was absolutely lights out.
And here he is. Johns Hopkins being patient against his Buckeyes defense, but finally cashing in. Just about to say they've been unable to break it down, and right on cue, they get the goal they so desperately craved. And it's Connor Desimone again. He's got both of them.
Desimone wants the rock. And give him some props here, too, because he came to Hop because they've been really clean in the middle of the field, pressuring, understanding the spatial awareness of full field lacrosse. I'm big time impressed with the way the Buckeyes have played in the middle of the field. From restraining box to restraining box, they're owning Johns Hopkins.
347 days since their last game. No scrimmages, no nothing. And they continue to be in mid-season form. Curling around the cage and cashing in. Griffin Hughes notches his second goal of the afternoon.
Here's the problem, though. Johns Hopkins is not contesting the ball. But how do you allow Griffin Hughes to roam around from behind the cage, if you're Alexander Mabit, and not pressure? Like, there's no body.
Evans in, lost his footing. Buckeyes right there to scoop it up. The physicality continues to be a factor for Ohio State. 9 turnovers for Johns Hopkins.
Yep, turnover into a clean clear for Ohio State and a shooting opportunity.
And an easy goal. Jack Myers cashes in. It's all Buckeyes right now.
Turn the ball over, and Ohio State will make you pay. Jack Myers has played a lot of lacrosse for the Buckeyes. Only a junior. He started day one as a freshman in 2019. It's a turnover. Zinn loses his footing. Buckeyes swarm to the rock, and their head is up, looking upfield the entire time. Tic-tac-toe.
Creates the turnover instead of makes it. Now can they get a goal? Rear back and fire. It's Skylar Whalen's there to say no.
I like Whalen. An Ohio linebacker in high school. Big, tough kid who loves to stare down the ball. Could care less if he gets hit with a shot. Who doesn't want an Ohio linebacker, right? Ohio high school linebacker to be your goalie, right? You love that mentality, and that's what he brings, the toughness of a linebacker.
Here's Leclaire, stings the corner! Tre Leclaire, Ohio State rolling at Homewood.
What'd I tell you, Jay? When the ball is in his stick and it's not whipping and going array, and he's staring down Kierson. Kierson has no shot at that 100-mile-an-hour plus rip by Tre Leclaire. Plant your feet, giddy up, and look at the location on a righty goalie. Look where this ball ends up. You know, Tre Leclaire.
Myers can't find the cutter. That'll be over and back. Hopkins has the numbers. Can they execute? Yes! Much needed goal from Johns Hopkins, and it comes from the junior Joey Epstein. His first shot of the afternoon, and it leads to a goal.
There he is. Look at those numbers as a freshman in 2019. Last year he was injured. We didn't see the full repertoire on display. You know what, that reminds me of an old school. The gloves a little more there. Gotta like the effort in contesting the Ohio State offense.
Taking advantage of space. Tre Leclaire. He makes it look so easy.
Taking advantage of space, but look at the ability of the Ohio State offense to find that next man. But it all started with Hendrick, the fifth year out of Canada. He's tough as nails. He's the guy you want your corner when things get crazy. And then Tre Leclaire, you see the tail end of Leclaire, 9 times out of 10's going high there, right? So the challenge is the location and speed, though, because Leclaire can change the pipes.
Much needed answer for Johns Hopkins. Goals have been hard to come by, but Garrett Degnan, the junior, squeezes that one past Skylar Whalen.
That's a big one, and now you have Narowski at the face. Degnan, the recipient of an open backside here. Good ball movement, understanding.
It's Cole Williams, he's been quiet. "20 seconds left on the shot clock."
Yeah, another good take by Desimone. But this Ohio State defense, Hendricks, DeSantis, transfer from Maryland, Wenz, a transfer from Hofstra. They are the anchor of this side of the field for the Buckeyes. And when you have a senior leader and a guy like Hendrick demanding so much from his defense, how about that?
1 second left on the shot clock. Hopkins looked hopeless, and a ground ball gets scooped up and scored by Connor Desimone. A hat trick for the senior today.
Well, I'm applauding this Ohio State defense because they brought it all the way down to 1 on the shot clock.
This is Garrett Degnan. Keogh goes low, and he beats Wayland. Hopkins strikes right before the third quarter clock expires.
Narowski's winning draws, giving the offense multiple extra possessions. Keogh, the senior, equally effective with his right and his left hand.
Here's Tre Leclaire. Already with a hat trick today. Leclaire turns around, gives him the gas. Tre Leclaire doing it all for the Buckeyes.
44 in black as a free play. He's going to use his body and absolutely soak these checks. Physicality unmatched here. He is all right hand. You know he's a righty, but he drives the left side. He keeps it in his right hand, and what that allows him to do.
Point. You get the stop from Curson. If you go down and score, it's 10-7. You're on a 4-0 run. You have all the momentum, and instead you ask your defense to come up with another stop, and they can't do it. Leclaire made him pay. Brett Baskin, rear back and fire. Senior notches his first goal of the afternoon, and Johns Hopkins says we're not done yet.
Nothing welcomes a fan base to spring lacrosse than the sound of a ball hitting a corner. And that's what you heard in real time. He just absolutely stings this corner. Baskin plants his feet. It's a lefty goalie.
Ground ball. Who's going to scoop this up? Buckeyes keep it alive. Under 20 seconds on the shot clock. Here's Terefenko with a boost of speed. Tic-tac-toe passing, and Jack Myers puts it into the back of the net. All hustle from Ohio State.
Jay, how do you counter the lack of full field practice? It's called leadership. Guys who've played a ton of lacrosse. You flick it to Tre Leclaire. He gives it to Terefenko, who owns the middle of the field, and he finishes 80s, you could argue, in college lacrosse. That guy is a beast for Rutgers.
Shot clock down to 7. Hopkins has to hurry, trailing by 5. Cole Williams charging down and scores! With the shot clock at 1, Cole Williams delivers.
His first shot of the day, and it counts. The move to midfield. This is precisely why I like this move. Because Cole Williams is at his best when he plays in front of the goal. If you're Hopkins, you have to pressure the ball right now. 4 and change left in this outing. Quick doubles. Press the ball.
And Ohio State makes them pay. No pressure, and Griffin Hughes notches the hat trick. And it's a back-breaking goal for Hopkins. The Buckeyes break down the defense once again.
They do, Jay, and we talked a lot about Connor Mitchell. How about Griffin Hughes? He's
Jack Myers, the reliable quarterback, has come into Homewood Field in Ohio State. A little more than a minute away from wrapping up a convincing victory, and they'll add one more to the tally. Myers takes it himself to make it 14-8. All Buckeyes in this one.
little cherry on top. You know, you have a guy like Jack Myers feeding and quarterbacking the offense. He's such a big, long body.
Not playing non-conference at all. Double round robin, so everybody gets a bite home and away. But in the opener today, Ohio State comes into Homewood Field and wins convincingly. A really good win for the Buckeyes to start the season.
There, the Buckeyes